and welcome to The Good Witch. Sorry about that. We're going to talk about clarity. And what that means. And no, I don't normally smoke. I'm not a big smoker. But when I'm working with certain deities, I do. So it's 3:30 in the morning and I'm doing what I do. It's those type of hours. But something told me to come on here and talk to y'all about clarity. In the words of Kevin Gates, fuck me, we about to have a sit down. Because my side is, everything's going the way it should. But what I get is a lot of people who come to me and they come to me for root work, or they come to me for spell work or help with manifestation. Cool beans. But they're not sure what they want, so they want to change their minds midway through. So I figure I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna leave it up to help you get some clarity. These are some questions that you should ask yourself. What do I want? Like, not just I want to be happy. I want everything. No, what does it look like? Okay? What does it feel like? I want love. What kind of love? I need you to know how that love feels. Does it feel like the love of your ex? Does it feel like the love of your mother? Is it a love that that helps you grow, or is it a love that allows you to be you? Because those two things aren't necessarily the same. So what does it feel like? What is it going to cost? Everything has a cost, and I'm not talking about a monetary cost. Everything has a monetary cost, but most things have a spiritual cost. What is it going to cost you? Some things have a very substantial terrestrial cost. I want love. I want a relationship. I want to live with somebody. Okay, so that's going to give up your privacy. So you're used to waking up every morning by yourself, snoring with your mouth open and yada, yada, yada. And now all of a sudden you're waking up and somebody's looking at you and you're looking at somebody. Make sure you're ready for that. Get specific with what you want. Like, what does it look like? How tall is he, girl? Like, my clients who come to me to conjure a person. And I've done that in my personal life, and I do it for other people. You conjure your perfect person for that time period in your life, or maybe forever. It just depends on you and what you do or what you want. But I want to know what they look like. If you're a man, because men do it too, I want to know how long her hair is. I want to know what size breast you want her to have. I want to know what that ass feel like, okay? I want to know how tall she is. I want to know what you want her to smell like. I want to know, does she like long hugs? Does she like walks in the park? What is it that you want? Because those things matter. Are you willing to pay the cost for that? The monetary cost, and also the fact that you know that this is a human. It's a person that was born of a woman with the seed of a man, okay? That has gone through life, and they're gonna have their struggles and their things that built them into the person that they are, that will be perfect for you, or that you think is perfect for you. So it's very important that you know yourself. Clarity and self-knowledge is important, okay? What are you gonna do when you get it? Whether it's a person or a house, because I've done homes for people. Hell, I manifested my home. I put some, some candles and some herbs and some flowers and a plate and some gods and goddesses and some orishas, and we got together and we worked it out. But what are you gonna do with it when you get it? What are you gonna do with this person when you get them? Are you gonna marry this person? Are you going to go on vacations with this person? Are you going to have children with this person? Is this person someone that you want to take off and show off in public to your coworkers? Are you going to make this person a show person? Or are you going to tie this person up and have rough sex with them? Honestly, I don't care. But because the person that you're asking for will have to be a person that's receptive to it. So, or the thing that you're asking for has to be a thing that's receptive to it. Anything that you get is for you. Got that, right? So, but what are you going to do with it? You have to take care of it, because you have to take care of it and you have to be appreciative of it. If you're going to conjure a home, are you going to live in it, or are you conjuring a home for real estate purposes, or conjuring a home for resale value? All of those things are okay. There's no wrong answer, but you need to be clear about what you want, because it does affect the outcomes. There's a good one. Yeah, I take notes. I'll show you my little note thing over here. What's the alternative? That's a tricky one, because a lot of the times, working with me, I don't want you to have an alternative. This is it. Ooh. This is it. This is what I want. This is how I want it. Don't worry about how it's getting there, but this is what I want, and this is how I want it. Okay? Do you have an alternative? If you come to me because you want to buy a home, but you have an alternative as a condo, I'm going to tell you you're not clear. You're not clear. Or you want a house. A home is wherever you want it to be. But if you want a condo, tell me you want a condo. And that's what we'll get. Okay? What is wealth to you? Because I had somebody come to me and like, okay, make me wealthy. The hell does that mean? Do you want a lot of money? Do you want health? So what I created for that, I created a happily ever after candle for that, and I have a happily ever after work for that, and I also have a happily ever after tea for that. It depends on the manner in which you want to go about getting it, and the potency and the time span in which you want to do it. So what does wealth mean to you? When people don't know what they want and they just know they want to be happy regardless of whatever else, I tend to suggest the happily ever after. So if you want the happily ever after, that's different. But this isn't a sales video. This is just me to help you understand that wealth has help you understand what clarity is and how clear you need to be before you step into this kind of work, or even in manifesting without work. When you're manifesting something and you keep changing it, you're changing it. So you keep the Okay, so you saw what I just did with the stuttering and the blah. Do you know what the hell I was saying? No, you don't. And that's how spirit feels when you are not clear. If I go to a restaurant and I tell them, can I have this sugar daddy? Or, you know what, I don't want the sugar daddy. Can I have this tea? Oh, no. You know what? Scratch that. I still want the sugar daddy, but how about a sugar baby? I might want a sugar baby. Okay, they just gonna stand there or walk away and come back and ask you again later. Because at this point, nobody knows what the hell you want, because you don't know what you want. So get clear about what you want. Take some time. That's why I say it's very important that you know you first, okay? Hard question to ask yourself. What is love to you? Love has a different meaning for every person. How, not just love languages, because there's so many more than the ones they put in those And that, what was it, 5 love languages? There's so many more than that. So, what is love to you? What is love? For me, hold on, I can't let it go out. For me, love is someone accepting me for who I am at all times. Whether that changes or whether it stays the same, someone who loves me at all levels. For me, love is sexual. Love is touch. Love is gifts for me. Those are 2 of my love languages. Love is also communication. We have to be able to talk about the universe. I have to be able, you don't have to be spiritual like me. Hell, actually, I prefer that you're not. That's a lot for me. Trust me. I got enough candles and smoking and all kind of stuff going on around here. I need you to be a little more grounded. And we'll balance each other. Love for me looks like, love for me is not balanced. Love for me is off balance just a little. And yeah, I'm right here. Love for me is you love me on a pedestal. What is love for you? How do you want to be loved? Okay? Get clear on that. What is happiness to you? I had a client. I ended up fixing it for her. But she came to me and her husband was cheating on her. And she wanted her happy marriage back. And she said, what do you want? I just want to be happy. So after about an hour or 2 of trying to pull out of her what happiness is, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I got it. We're gonna work it out. He ain't gonna cheat on you no more. He ain't gonna leave. Y'all gonna go out. Y'all gonna do all the stuff that you wanna do. That worked. That's fine. He doesn't cheat. He stays home. She does whatever she wants to, but she's not happy because she's done things intentionally to try to make him leave, and he won't because he can't. He don't know he can't, but I know he can't. She know he can't, and she's not happy with that. So did I unbind him? No. But there is a spell that I did an extra, well, of course, you know, she paid for it, but there's an extra spell out there that helps her to, let's say, cope with the changes. So it's not weighing so heavy on her, oh my God, I did this thing I feel guilty about. A, if you're going to do it, don't feel guilty about it. Be aware of what you're doing. You don't take the karmic repercussions of it. The point of hiring someone to do something like that is we surround ourselves with protection and we surround you with protection from those karmic entities, and I know how to clean karma, so you don't have to worry about it. You know what, the fact that I do this is why people that I just date think I did something to them, but I really don't. Most of the time, I really don't have to. Anyway, what is health? Health, some people want, wealth includes health. I think it does. So if does health to you means ridding yourself of a disease process? Or does health to you mean being happy and living your best life while you have a certain disease process and not having the symptoms of it? Because a lot of the times, if you go through a healing work like this, you won't, your symptoms go away. But it's not necessarily that you're healthy. Or you could do a lot more work, the whole entire disease could go away if you do the work that you're told to do, because nothing is just cut and dry. Like, especially with health, if you have type 2 diabetes and you eat a cake every day and you tell me you want me to do work for you to get rid of it, and I tell you, okay, we can do that, but you're going to have to change your diet and you're going to have to do X, Y, and Z. and you don't do it, the hell you looking at me for? I did my part. Spirit waiting on you, even if it's type 1. You have to do your part. What is it worth to you? What's the cost? What are you willing to pay? What are you willing to give up? What are you going to contribute? What are you willing to give? And no, I'm not asking you to sacrifice a lamb or a kid or take your son up to a mountain and, stab him for God. I'm not asking you to do all of that. I'm not asking you to slaughter a lamb on an altar. I'm not asking you to do any of those religious sacrifices. That's not the kind of contributions I mean. Are you willing to put in the time it takes to sit with a candle and meditate and talk to your spirits? Are you willing to drink the tea by yourself for 5 minutes a day, steal that time for yourself? Are you willing to put in the tiny, minute things that you have to do to make things work out, to show Spirit that you're willing to do what it has to take? And honestly, they're not grand things. Because for the most part, if you wanted something grand done, it'd be done on this end, not on yours. But people are given simple instructions to follow, and when they don't follow them, they get mad when they don't get the results that they want. I have a pretty high success rate when it comes to spells and my work and things processing out and turning out very well. But that's because I pick and choose which clients I work with. I don't work with everybody. Like now that the Good Witch is up and I'll be selling spelled candles and conjured candles, I have the fixed teas there, and we'll do consultations, and the Crave Me Yanni steams are there. Those things I can do for massive amounts of people. That's fine. But when it comes to like real hardcore, I want my life to be that, I don't work with everybody. Because everybody's energy is not right. I'll never give you someone for you to abuse them. And I'll probably never give you someone who abused you. Because they are who they are. And we are human. They may not hit you. They'll be around. They won't cheat on you. But they'll find energetic ways to assault you. And you knowing what you know would be the one to abuse them in return. It's human nature. Okay, that might be fun for a minute, but I wouldn't let it go on long term. I'm just saying. What makes you want it? The thing that you want. What's making you want it? Are you wanting it to keep up with the Joneses? Are you wanting it because you feel empty in some way? Now, are you wanting it because it's what truly would make you happy, because you're a whole entity and this is the one area that's missing in your life? Are you wanting it because you love this person and you want to help them heal, and you know that the only reason they're acting out or doing the things that they're doing is because they're broken internally and you want them to heal? Okay. Honestly, all of those reasons are okay, but I want you to know why you want it. Because if it's something in you that needs to be fixed, you might as well go and fix that too. So with clarity, you need to know what it looks like. You need to know what it feels like, what it acts like, what it tastes like, what it moves like. I want you to imagine yourself with the thing that you're wanting. If it's a person, I want you to feel yourself with them. If it's a home, I want you to walk through it. If it's a car, I want you to know how it feels to drive it. If it's a baby, and I've been doing a lot of those lately, oh, people just want to have babies right now. If it's a baby, I want you to know how it feels to hold it and want to take care of it. Because that's one thing I don't do either. If you can't tell me why you want a kid, I won't help you. As far with the fertility spell, you can buy the fertility tea, and that works amazingly, actually. But if you got to tell me why you want it. If you want it quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I'll decide if I work with you or not. And I've had people getting mad at me lately because after our consults, I'll choose not to work with them. They'll come to the office, or we'll have a consult on the phone, and I'll just send them an email and tell them, no, thank you. I'm not the one for you. There is someone out there for you, and I can actually, there is a couple of people that I do name that I think are really good. I've gotten readings from them or whatever. Like, I always check them out before I give someone their name. And I'll send people to them. And it's not that they're bad people. It's just that we don't mesh well. So there's a specific YouTube witch. I think her name, what is her name? Her name's Shireen. I'm trying to remember her YouTube name. What is Shireen's YouTube name? Arabian Conjure. I've referred like 3 people to her because I trust her work. Because I've had a reading from her, and more than one actually, and I trust her work. So I will send people who I don't choose to work with to her. And that's cool. You need to be able to define your happiness, even with the happily ever after. You don't have to break it down so thoroughly, but you do need to have an idea of what that means. Because a lot of the times, the things that we think generically make everyone happy aren't the things that make us happy. I helped one of my clients when they were starting a business, a new startup, and I do a lot of businesses. That's actually the bulk of my work, or businesses. They came to me and they were starting a new company, and they made $350 something thousand their first year. Okay. More money than they had ever made before. New house. Business doing great. Didn't really have to put in a tremendous, no more work than he would have. And he felt like that's all he needed to make him happy. Okay. Lost his long-term girlfriend because apparently when he got the money, he became someone different. So he came to me to get her back. Okay, but tell me why. I don't want to get her back because she's a possession. I wanted you to tell me why you want to get her back, and he couldn't tell me. So I didn't work with him initially. Eventually, I did end up helping him getting her back, like maybe 2 months later, after he could come back and he had softened himself enough to realize, no, okay, she's not a possession. She was there for me for a long time before. I think this was last year. He got her back this year, like January. So now, perfect time. They're quarantining together. Yay. But you need to tell me why. Because I'm not going to give her back to you for a piece of property. And I'm not going to give him back to you so you can torture him for the shit he put you through. Clarity. You just have to know the why and the what. Another example of knowing clarity. I got a call from a family member today. And they think someone did something to one of their friends. And I read their cards, gave them a quick read. They did. Girl, messing around with spell work, didn't really know what she was doing. Did, and it worked. It worked. She put something on on this person, and they were like, well, can you take it off? could, but why? Reason I'm saying why, not to be ugly. Why did she do it? He's not asking. You're asking for someone else via third person. So I could go through all this, put myself in something that has absolutely nothing to do with me. Nothing at all. Potentially for free or very low cost. For a situation that even in the cards it said he's going to go back to. So I'm going to clear it, unbind him, make him stop acting crazy, give him a spiritual cleanse and all this other kind of stuff. And you're going to go right back to her. Not because he's bound, but because he like it. Y'all might not like the way he acted. He liked the way he acted. He's not ready to change it yet. So, what do you want me to do? I mean, I could, but it wouldn't do any good. So that's another thing. What you want for someone may not be what they want for themselves. You might need to consult with them about that. I don't like doing third-party work. I have done it. Choose not to do it often. Like if it's a mother for a small child or something like that, or a young teenager, okay. Or a husband for a wife, or a wife for a husband that are close, that are still together, okay. But something like that, I can't really do that because that's not what they want right now. It might be what they want later, but they have to come to that conclusion on their own. Don't just go around fucking with people getting in their business. No, no, no. I'm the good witch. I'm good. Doesn't mean I'm innocent. It means I'm good. Let's see. Clarity. How to gain clarity when you don't have any. I like the Shin Lakiani's 6-phase meditation to gain clarity. I teach a meditation. I actually have a meditation class. Well, it's of course canceled right now. I was teaching it on Saturdays, but it was in person. And I do mimosas and mantras like once a month, and it's always fun. But of course all of that is postponed until further notice, and I'll be putting it on YouTube. Probably not the sessions, but I will be posting on YouTube when it's available. I'm not sure how to do that yet, but I'm gonna think about it. But a breathing meditation, just a simple breathing meditation where you're not asking for anything. The Vishen Lakiani one, you are asking for things, but it's helping you. The way he describes it, it's breaking it down for you and helping you relax, helping you forgive, helping you be filled with compassion, helping you see where you want your life in the next 3 years, helping you see where you want your life in the next year, in the day, helping you be grateful for today and for yesterday, helping you touch bases with your ancestors. Okay, that's great. It's a good visualization meditation. But sometimes just a simple meditation where you do nothing but sit. I should do a meditation video. I might do one tomorrow explaining meditation. I'm not sure if I meditate with y'all or not yet. I'm thinking about it. Sometimes it's a simple meditation where you sit, ask for nothing. Don't fill it with empty thank yous. You sit. And you focus on nothing. You focus here. When you're really good, you focus here. Or you focus here. But just start with focusing here. And just meditate on nothing. Try to make your mind go blank. It's going to be harder than you think. Because thoughts are going to come to you, and thoughts are going to be flooding you and flooding you and flooding you. And that's okay. I know when I first started doing it, when I first learned to astral project, and I wanted my thoughts to go all over the place, and I wanted to control my thoughts, I'd have to sit there in the beginning for like an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours sometimes. And the first 45 minutes was nothing but thoughts coming. And learning not to chase those thoughts down a rabbit hole, let them come. They'll come, let them go. Don't get upset with yourself because you have an itch. Don't get upset with yourself because you feel like you need to do this. Don't get upset with yourself because you feel all of a sudden tingle and you feel like you have to move. Take the restrictions and the stress off of yourself and just focus here. Just focus. The thoughts are coming about 8th grade, 2nd grade, tomorrow, 10 years from now, spaghetti, palm trees. I want to go to Jamaica. Whatever it is, they're coming, and they're coming quickly. Just let them come and let them go. Let them come and let them go. Let them come and let them go. Eventually, they will stop coming, just like that snap, stop snapping. And it will fall, you'll fall into your zone of, okay, I got this, I'm here. And you'll get to practicing that so much, and you'll get to doing that so much to where you're clear. And once you get through all of that thing, that's when you'll start getting to a point to where you live in a space of clarity. You don't have to question what it is you want. You're not in love today and out of love tomorrow. You'll start saying what you mean and meaning what you say, and you won't be persuaded by other people to do what they want you to do. You'll get to that point of clarity. So, take it for what it's worth. Learn to be clear. You know what? I want y'all to leave comments in the not in the description box, in the comment section. And I want y'all to tell me the type of videos that y'all want to see me do other than spell work. I don't really like to do that on camera yet, because I don't like for people to do things that they don't know what they're doing. Because I teach you a spell. Let's say I teach you a binding spell, and you do it wrong. And now this person wants to kill you because they're not bound to you the right way. Or now this person wants to harm themselves if they can't have you because they're not bound to you the right way. You bind their heart and not their mind. Or you bind their mind and not their heart. You bind their feet and not their soul. You don't do it the right way. And I don't want to teach people how to do that. I don't want to put y'all in them kind of situations. There's all kind of people who will teach you weak ass spells to do that type of stuff. But the way I do it really works, and I don't play with my spirits like that. They gave me permission to do some things broad spectrum, and I haven't gotten permission to do that yet. I thought I was going to be able to do it, but not quite yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start teaching y'all how to actually walk in your magic. And before you start walking in your magic, you need to be clear about what you want. Okay? All right. Peace, love, and light. Perfect at 33 minutes and 44 seconds. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to The Good Witch.